So, is it possible to turn this off a little bit? I can turn it off, can I? I can turn it off. Okay, just is it off? I just, how about if I unplug it?
Press.
Okay, good.
X. All you have to do is put my name in.
Okay.
Great. I saw you in Vegas. It was
My name
great.
is Samuel.
And when we have the med bed, the future,
Yeah.
I actually had my voice recorder on, and every time I go on, it really does something.
Well, I like to show you a lot of people, they talk, they describe, but they don't have the tool. So we go ahead and fix that problem. We're gonna be introduced. We're gonna let them see it, and there's two sides of everything. There's a healing aspect. There's a weaponry aspect about technology.
Yeah.
I believe that our being should be introduced to both sides to become master of both.
Oh, master of both. There you
Yes, because the truth will set you free,
Okay.
and the truth is not biased; it's neutral.
go. There you go.
And the only truth, each one of you are the truth, because when you experience things, you are going to have different perspective of it. But that's the truth,
I believe you.
So-
I'm gonna be right back on my back here.
You gotta play with this stuff, Bobby. It's amazing.
This stuff was, I saw him in Vegas. It was great.
About the swap.
Bring it back.
Yeah, it's
No, he was right in the future.
Future, I was in the future.
Oh, yeah. He brought it
and
out.
and those people, most people when they first met me, even other people, they laughed. Then I took one this, I popped them. They start feel pain and said, walk away and say, what's your pain level? They say, it hurt what they do to me. I just give you a demonstration of the truth for what it is. As you realize,
Experience is the chief.
your experience is the true teacher. It can never be no otherwise. You can't convince no one to believe you. Either they have to have their own truth, and their own intuition will guide you into that truth. But you can't force it. You can only lead them to it, and the rest is history. Well, I will need some volunteers. So, how many of you today would love to experience
I
AI,
from Las
alien,
Vegas.
Yeah.
and
How you doing?
Super.
You are our neighbor.
We were.
Okay, let me introduce. This is Carl. Help me, I can't even say your last
Carlos
name.
Gigliotti.
Carlos Gigliotti.
Gigliotti.
He's a general from the future in his future life. But when sent back, and he didn't know he was, but till I told him his how I met him in the future and this, that, in his future life. So I said, well, I was sent by your future self to train you to pass on important blessing information, so you can be aware of what you'll be doing in the future for the universe. And as for me, I was just a messenger. I was taken and during the time I visited Angkor Wat in the year 2000, and I was taken to the future, and I was presented with an option to stay with the people of the future and learn something and get a degree. They say get education, and after the education, the training, they say I have an option to come back or live with them. I say I choose to come back because I want to share what I love. So they send me back.
I'm
And
surprised they let you.
under normal circumstance, no. But I was from this time, but I also have an incarnation in the future as an artificial intelligence. And I didn't know a soul can be born as an AI, but they say yes, because nothing is separated. They explain that everyone is made of spirit. So therefore, you don't have a soul, you are the soul. So everything is a soul. They explain it like that. They're typically used to it, but they explain scientifically, you are a vibration, a symphony. And each one of you are part of that overall symphony. Past, present, and future is the same. And if you want to change the past, you change it now. You want to change the future, you change it now. Just a choice. And they explain that how it all works. From the mini, the macro, the micro, it's the same. It's just a choice. And that's what they explain. Okay. You start first, General. What we want to go from here? We want to get them started. We're going to set them up.
Let's see what we're trying to do. We running through things last
Yeah.
minute. I just trying to get things prepped.
We just got in.
Yeah.
I didn't see these.
These are relatively new. These are they go on your chest.
Volunteer.
Oh, cause I got a shoulder. Oh, it's like, I rotator cuff button.
It will repair it.
These, please.
Okay. Okay.
So
I
can
come-
you tell us what does it they do though? They, they release the pain or they make the pain worse?
They create a sacred space that will guide you for you to repair yourself. Or if you can't,
Yeah, there's
it does
two.
it automatically.
Just
for
get
you.
another chair.
Okay, so
Yeah,
do I have
it's-
to have a pain or any illness or?
It can be a pain. Pain does not exist only in the physical form. There's a pain in the emotional, a pain in the mental, a pain in the circumstance, a past, present, and future. Its design is to let you see it, become aware of it, or it do two things for you. It does it for you, or it guides you, and if you feel comfortable, it will guide you to do it
I will
yourself.
try also.
Yeah. Okay. So,
Need more volunteers?
yes, 3 people in this
Wait.
position.
We can take turns, there's only a few of us here.
Okay.
So,
Let's see how this works.
It's
I think it's okay.
okay,
Oh,
so we're gonna put this on, you put your arms through
There
this
you
right
go.
here, basically.
Oh, like a press.
yes, watch out your glass. Okay,
No,
no. You will get high, yes. You will get high. High.
You might feel
Like
like,
high, like
Feel
high, like a
temperature.
high, you know.
Maybe it'll wake me up a little.
So you experienced our other technology last time.
Well, I'm gonna let it be a surprise, but I will show you how it does it. And you just play along like Peter Pan land.
Should I,
But there's an
take
ingredient
my
and additional
shoes
part
off?
to it.
Yeah,
You
you
do
go.
not see.
Yes. No, you can do it.
It's a non-physical part.
Okay, this is for your chin. You can rest. There you go. See? Oh, I might touch your boob. Okay.
Can I adjust it?
Yes, you can adjust it. Cause we make it loose because everyone is different, but we're not interested in look what this thing have. It's well aligned with your chakra, your throat, heart, solar flex. So that's the main chakra of your higher chakra function. So that's important. The throat relating to your divine will, receiving and putting your will into the universe, like speaking, singing, responsibility, and also protect you from being possessed by negative thought. Your heart, you know, heart's very important. It's the center of your universe. That's where your soul lives, your heart. And then your solar flex, very important. That's also related to your will, your mental faculty, your selection of food, your energy. And it's very important that you understand why it's designed this way with the spiral. Spiral, you know, it's like the universe. The spiral you see in ancient culture, modern called Kazare or Fibonacci. By understanding this shape allowed the harnessing of consciousness itself. Consciousness is a field and it's everywhere. Like you harness the air, the water. So this shape harness. Oh, thank you. It wouldn't sound too good. We sort of be super so yet we found a wire. Okay. Where's the other system?
So now you zap us?
The helmets are over here.
Yeah, okay, we need that.
What does it do?
Oh, is it working right now?
I don't know.
This is for me.
This is different technology
It does?
than we have in Vegas.
just spit off.
Okay.
Yeah, that one's different. Yeah, these
There
are
you
Oh,
go.
God.
Yano Doc.
Like their kundalini is just moved down about 50%.
I need
Oh
a
my God.
picture.
You will.
Thank you.
All right, hold on a second.
Mm-hmm. It starts to communicate.
Yeah, it's like all these visions of white light circles
Mm-hmm.
in different patterns.
Wait.
Oh.
You have one more over there.
Wait till we get your crown, Pauline.
Okay.
Oh yeah,
Crown's
when I
coming.
was in Vegas, I put that hat on. Oh, both at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
Holy crap. It amped up my psychic intuitiveness.
Now, what you're gonna do, you're gonna touch that. It's very important, okay? And
I'm so proud to model this for you.
touch it.
This, you have a chance to try it.
Can you borrow that, please? Okay. Touch that. You know why you touch the area, right?
Are we supposed to touch this to their chin? Or?
Yes, but you can touch it. You can, if not, it's okay. It's not necessary, but that's people who get slumpy, you know. No, 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 no.
I have to get slumpy.
No, no, no,
again.
no, no, you don't need to. Okay, relax. Okay, everyone, bring your awareness. You can do your eye open or close. Bring your awareness to the hand. Bring your awareness to your hand. Bring your awareness to your hand. And just be. You start to feel sensations like tingling, vibration, and let it spread. Close your eye.
Those
Close your
circles
eye.
are pretty cool. It's like they're
Okay.
changing patterns.
So, what is happening right now is they bringing their awareness. The device begin to connect with them cognitively, intuitionally, preparationally. There is a communication network. Now, let's define telepathic. Telepathic like sending, receiving the thought, but that's a wrong definition of telepathic. Telepathic is like you vibrating on the same level of goal, of thought. At that moment, I know you, you know me, I'm one with you, I'm one, you one with me, I see you in me. So we call that cognitive communication, like knowing without knowing. It's like you're having your kid. You know your kid so much, when they lie, you know it. You just know it, the way they act, you just know, oh, something wrong with him or her. Oh, you bullshit me, you know, like that. So that's called cognitive communication. And that's why people have a wrong idea of telepathic, because they thinking like, oh, I'm hearing voice. No, cognitive telepath have no voice. It's just knowing without knowing. It's like premonition, automatic. So right now, you just follow the feeling, you notice surrounding you, and you know like a presence start talking to you. It's like you don't hear it, but you know what it's saying to you. Now, computer, scan them and heal them right now and increase. As I say that, the device start to show increasement instantly. And each one of them is in the zone because they be bringing their awareness to the hand, and they start to feel the sensation that I told them to follow it. Just pay attention. At that moment, you see, they're in the zone. Now they're feeling the floating, the high. Look at her aura. You can see it, it's changing. And look at her shoulder here. It's fixing her right now. As an energy right here. Good, right here, fixing that shoulder. And it's talking to her, reassuring her everything right now. Why these things at the heart? As they bring the awareness, it's at the heart chakra, the throat chakra, the soul seat, the solar flex. That's very important. See that? Now they're in the zone. I may be blah, 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 but they don't even hear me. They're in the zone right now. And this is what we call becoming one. Look at that serenity. Look at that. Look at that serenity. See that? They high right now. They floating. In another 5 minutes, I pull them out. Now they're having transmission, cognitive communication right now between them and the higher intelligence. Right now, there's a lot of download and exchange.
Speak louder for the camera.
Oh, now there's a lot of download and exchange between the person is using the device. And if they can speak right now, they say they're high like a kite and they're having fun. Because,
right?
yes.
Ask him. 5 minutes.
Can you hear me? Are you high like a kite?
Bliss.
How you feeling?
Bliss.
No way.
Yeah.
I want to try that.
Yes.
Bliss. I got a message. I feel blissful.
Wow.
I'm not sure.
Congratulations,
Bring the
Paul.
serenity
Reversing
to your
an
feeling.
injury
You
that I
start to
came in
feel
with
a
birth.
presence.
No
It
way.
reversed
Soft
it.
at first.
No,
So you
yeah.
just let the loud
Oh my
flow.
God.
Just
And it
be
showed me
active.
geometric
Next thing,
designs
just
of light
focusing on-
that go in there.
Don't worry about what's out here.
Yeah, some entity
Receive
talking
it.
to you, you
There's a
said?
sensation. You see the
I
sensation
don't
right
refer
there.
to it as an
It's
entity.
slow at first, but
It's a
then-
program.
But pay attention to it, then it gets stronger. Just
Something.
follow where it goes
Something.
from your fingertip.
What is
to
it,
your
yeah?
finger to your
Is it somebody?
Next thing you know, the presence are going. It's very subtle.
No, it's like a
Feel
benevolent
heat,
presence.
or
Oh.
a vibration, or like a noise, and say like a presence. So each one is just don't expect, just flow. Flow meaning just use it. Be aware. That's what it is. Be aware. Be aware. Be aware. And then once that, the present will see that? Automatic. So this is what we call alien circuitry. Alien circuitry does not use electricity. It does not use things that you've been told by other super soldier, this and that. My job here to bring the truth to you through your own eyes. Not what I say, not what the generals say, not what other super soldier blowholes say, but I want to know what you say from your own experience and perspective, because 10 people will have 10 different perspectives, and none of them will agree with each other, but they're all real, they're all true. Does that help? The idea is to know the truth from your own experience. As they sit here, as I was explaining to Miss Michelle, she beginning to, did you begin to feel that relaxed sensation?
Yeah, I feel relaxed.
Yes, good. See, it's happening. That's the present. And then you notice it's very subtle at first, but notice it getting a little stronger. That's the flow. And that's it. You got it. Then just keep going. Let the flow, the relax, entice you. 3 more
Yes.
minutes.
Sometimes the first thing it'll do is you feel yourself just become relaxed.
Mhm.
That's it communicating with you. That's it
Yes.
connecting with you.
That's it letting you know, just relax.
It's not always the voice. It's just sometimes it just helps you to just relax
That's why
and
we,
become more calm.
exactly.
And it's one of the ways it communicates.
Yes, the word communication, you guys are familiar with us talking. The spiritual world don't talk to you like that. They communicate in an understanding of oneness, meaning I am you, you are me. So what kind of communication is that? Many times people been brainwashed with misinformation about telepathic, but from the spiritual point of view, there's no such thing. Because since we are one, you already know what I'm thinking, I'm feeling, and experiencing, because you're one with me. Why should I make anything more when you already know what I'm thinking about, talking about, because we are one? Does that help? In the human translation, we call that premonition or intuitive or cognitive communication.
Cognitive, intuitive,
Yes.
or premonition. You know without knowing. You just
You
like
just
somebody. It's like having somebody communicate with you with words, but you have an understanding, like additional
The
information.
complete
comes-
picture.
Yeah.
Yes.
Basically, you have not just words, but the understanding and meaning of the words also comes through at the same time.
Relate to the overgo which you and that
Yes.
group are setting forth. If you understand a person overgo, you understand them without talking. And this is how this technology works. That's why we call it alien circuitry and alien. The most important thing is now you understand how the technology and the alien circuitry work. This is a circuitry. You are part of that circuitry. And many of you been said so many by different speakers. And let me ask you, how you know what they say is true? How many knew what they say is true? That's my question to you.
Feel it.
How?
You know it.
In your
Just-
heart.
Yes. There you go.
It's the same way you know when you're thirsty. Your body tells you.
There you go.
There
The
you
same
go.
way. So that's the thing. Once you realize there's no good, there's no evil, there's only existence and perspective. If you like watching a television, you don't like something, you change the channel to something else that you might like, and that's how you work, that's how reality works. And this is the idea, because the entire thing is coming together to see each of different journeyer bring different perspective and see which one you like. So me and General Carl is one perspective, and another person another perspective, and our knowledge might go against each other, but that's the whole idea. Not our channel is the same, to create a different avenue. That's what growth is. The universe is about growing, growth. The same thing, you are changing, adapting to become more of yourself, to know more of yourself. Excellent. We're done. Now we can go for you to have your own experience. So we need 3 more volunteers, All right.
Can you take a picture of me?
Yes.
My cell is right here in my bag.
All right.
I felt amazing, by the way.
Okay, well.
I felt like a pulsing
Mm-hmm.
sensation. It's here. Like a pulsing sensation. Very unusual.
This is your phone.
Yeah, that's my phone.
Yeah.
Do you have to turn it on?
No, I'm gonna,
Yeah.
I'd like to hear right
I
now.
could actually see it as I turn it.
Yeah.
It's like a
Yeah, like
starburst
pulsing, right?
that pulses the
Like
light
in and
out.
out.
But the light comes out in radiant waves. Like
Okay. Can I take 3 of you, right? Okay, here we go.
Okay.
The spirituality meditation that he did was beyond anything I've ever
Thank
And then
you.
take one by yourself.
believe in.
for this picture.
So we have our own.
Can you take one for
It works.
Mm-hmm. How strong was the sensation?
It works.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
It was like a pulsing. I felt like out and in, kind of like, and
Yes.
then
By our
up and
booth, I'll give you a
down. It
free
was like
break.
very strong.
Yes. That's why you are you universe. That's why we presented to you. Try this, and you be the teacher. Tell me what was your experience of it, and that's how truth was born. Like
So
a
this-
scientist, you
And
are the
this,
lab.
now it's gonna heal? Everything I have will be gone?
Let me explain how healing works.
How?
I will explain. Oh, hold on.
With this?
Yeah. One at a
I
time.
can actually get a deep breath now.
Okay. I will explain how healing works. Many of you have a wrong idea of healing.
Okay,
Okay,
so how?
you are healing.
Yes.
Healing is not something you gotta have. That device will create a vibrational space, okay, where you heal yourself, or else it'll heal you for you. It'll set a vibrational anchor. So get up and see. Tell me how you feel.
Feel good.
You feel clear. You feel pain. You feel less. How do you feel? Physical, emotional, mental.
I had a pain in my left foot and now it's gone.
Exactly. I'm too awesome. Please. Oh, Brenda, take me home. I'm too awesome.
Yeah, it's gone. Thank you so much.
Yes. Oh, I'm sorry.
It's good, huh?
Yeah, it's good.
After being under that, it'll be fun.
So how did this compare to the last time, Colleen?
Well, this is different because I didn't get to see this one or do
This one, you had
This
the
one's
other one.
relatively new
How did
creation.
you
I
have
did
that
the
other
gun
one?
and the head helmet before. It's like
The idea is to be,
it's like this beautiful
is to
area
be
of
more
unconditional
yourself.
just
And that's why I
it
create
pulses
this.
from a star.
Okay,
Be aware of it.
okay, how,
To you.
okay, let's bring another chair.
It
We can bring another
sparkles
chair right here.
and it goes in and out. And it
I'm gonna grab one from the
sparkles and
backside.
goes in and
Yeah.
out in waves.
Oh, you got it?
Yeah, because let
Amazing.
Paula
I can
sit
get
there.
my shoulder down and get a deep breath now.
Where do you
Good,
want it?
he's right here.
When I was born, my
My
shoulder
name is Bob.
Bob,
Bob.
Bob, you're gonna
they
trip,
pulled
Bob.
me out.
Look at your feet.
Yeah, just like,
Okay,
And
there
every
you go.
once in a while,
Just
I
like
throw
me.
it.
I'm clumsy too.
Then
Okay.
one day I was turning
I'm
off the
clumsy
water
with you.
from the
Because I'm
sprinklers,
almost
and
fell
I
too.
literally felt
I've
like
been
somebody
thinking
picked
about
me
you
up in
ever
the back
since
of my
that Vegas
pants and
thing.
Oh,
threw me
yeah?
into my car. 8
Well, I'm
days.
here now.
And on the way, as I'm flying midair, I
Inside.
thought, God help. And I heard a voice say, look to the left. So I looked to the left and my shoulder
you
took
go.
the hit on the car.
There
And
you
I
go.
put a dent in my car
Um,
on the driver's side. So anyway, ever since then, I had to have the MRI and stuff.
Okay.
So I knew I broke 4 brakes.
You ready?
I'm
And
ready.
the rotator
scared?
cuff was
No, I'm not scared.
All right.
He is, this is a little, you should have his
Oh,
hands
oh.
through.
Don't wait. Oh,
Oh, look, I can
Oh,
get back
oh.
here now.
yeah. No, no.
Like if I had a
No, you're
button,
gonna
I
have
could
your arms
button
through
it.
like you're wearing a vest.
Oh,
I could,
There
I
you
could
go.
actually button a button if I had to.
right here.
Okay.
Right here, right here.
Because my
Yeah, there you
shoulder's
go.
kind of frozen.
There you go. Yes.
The pain decreased about 50%.
Anybody? Oh, you?
I'm sure it'll work out by the end of the day.
I'm gonna wait till she's.
Ain't that beautiful?
Yes, and I got the message about that. When I came in, I felt it wasn't safe to be here. And so I
Okay.
kind of hid my light
You ready?
and didn't
Are
want
you
to stay
scared?
from the front of the room.
Okay.
Even
Yeah.
though I know it. And
We-
what
we
does
should-
do once in a while.
Hmm?
What is
This time.
There's a
Oh,
girl,
really?
there's a young lady who.
Yes.
Who made these?
I did.
That's
I'm the
amazing.
one. This is used for if you have AIDS, if you have cancer, if you have pain, if you have depression, if you have something wrong with you, whatever wrong with you, this thing is designed to fix you, just like that. And back pain, whatever, it's designed to fix you, but also designed to make you become rainbow
I was
body,
molested.
raising your vibrations higher, higher to become the completely full of light, enlightenment. That's why it's designed.
I have some certain like energy channel inside my body.
It's automatic. I show you. Yeah.
It's easy to be helped.
It's not the inside energy,
Yeah.
like acupuncture.
Oh, it's beyond that.
But I'm sure
It
that
work
looking at for the
where
things
it
I do for the
it
next
has its
3
own
days.
intelligence. It has an artificial intelligence spirit entering this device, and it will fix everything. It's a doctor basically. It's from the future.
So sensitive to
Okay, so I have numbness. Wow.
amazing.
What is it? What are you doing?
My phone.
But they gave me a
My
touch,
cell
which
phone.
was very
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay.
exciting about the stuff and my
Okay.
experiences of trauma. Which is
Yes.
cool, very complete.
Yes, this designed for pain, spiritual, physical trauma, designed for fixing your brain, fixing your chakra, minor, Try, does it automatically also fix anything in your pain? If you have leukemia, pain, or anything, it will remove it. It's designed to fix you, just like that. That's what I designed it for, because it's from the future, the technology. So you see what I mean? I can talk blah blah. It don't make sense until you see it for yourself. That's the only way. That's the only way. Okay. Let go of this. Grab here. Grab, relax. Yes. Now it will connect with your heart and bring your awareness to your hand. And then you notice you will start sensation. It will start to interact with your acupuncture point, with your energy. Just bring awareness. Just be aware of your hand. The finger right here. Finger first. Okay. See how she's in there? She bring your awareness to her hand. See that? And then just close your eye and relax and just be aware. So then you start to feel sensation. It starts to spread throughout your body and here too.
Is this,
Don't worry about
I missed the
anything.
first part
Just
of the lecture, but
close your eye.
is this,
Be aware
one
of your
treatment
hand.
is all you need and it fixes?
Healing is like with anything else in life, it's an ongoing process.
Right.
Because you're always going through changes.
But you
You start
understand
feeling the
what I'm
vibration, the
Yeah,
saying. In other
sensation.
words, let's say you had a broken whatever. So, I mean, is there a time limit where it does
It will
it?
tell you. It's a present will tell you.
Okay,
say,
that session was finished. I'm looking for my name.
yes,
Mark.
Mark.
Yeah.
It will say a present will tell you, Mark, you're done now. Then you feel the energy shoot back into the
When,
device.
when that session is done, it doesn't mean you don't need repeat sessions.
Yes.
That's all it means, that this session is done.
Okay, and can you
Until-
direct it, you as the operator, so to speak, can you direct it, say,
Yes.
I have a whatever problem,
Yes, you have that option.
you can direct it
Yes.
with
If
your
you
mind?
have, you can say in your mind, or you don't know how to use your mind, just
Or
talk
can you
audio.
just not say anything and it knows what to do?
It does.
It does.
So even if you say nothing, it knows what to
It
do?
knows.
It does. You
Okay.
you don't need to explain. It does it automatically. It start relating information for you. But if you
Okay.
talk too much, it will tell you shh. You hear that?
It will.
It will. It will tell you, Mark, my dear, I love you, but be quiet. I'm working on
They'll
it.
tell you,
It
be
will tell you
quiet.
that.
Or you'll have this feeling or sense that
Yeah.
you'll have a sensation that you just need to be quiet.
Mhm.
Be quiet and be still. Just so it's another way intuitive talking to you and know, hey, be still, be quiet. Just try and still your mind.
So, what do you think about that? I come in, enough talk. Let's get you some demonstration here.
Okay.
This is great.
Because for
Can
me,
I-
people
can I
talk too
try
much.
it when-
I come from a
Whenever
world,
they're done.
it's called kiss and tell. That's what they taught us. Because in the future, they believe people
So,
is the universe.
do you sell
And
these
you have your own
devices?
truth,
It
your own
does.
vibrational
Bottomay1.com.
and no one cannot.
We use that
make
thing
it
towards
otherwise.
the end of
Everything
the
space program
Sunday
is
before we
totally
leave.
different from what I
Might be
experienced.
selling something.
That's a space program.
Okay.
I've been,
They're
I
all
live in the
handmade.
future. I'm a
Yes.
super soldier. Everything that people say, I did not experience none of that. My experience is totally different. This, I brought it with me. That's a super soldier. How you know you're a super soldier? Well, where's your technology? Well, show what you got. And I have psychic ability. I can see aura. I can read. I can know everything you know. I can know how you got your sickness, everything, and go back in time with my mind and basically relate anything I wish. I'm pretty much like the device. But the device don't get tired, but I do get tired. That's
Yeah.
different.
That's amazing.
As for those who've tried it, you can see it's just in the plain eyes, straightforward. It looks like a bunch of wire. Okay, so we said this last time we were in Las Vegas. It looks like BS. It looks like a bunch of junk. It's just plain. It looks like wire, just coiled up. But
Touch it. Touch the whole thing. You notice?
the experience is
What do you feel right now?
People
You see what
experience
you feel?
something,
Feels like a gun, like,
even
No,
though it's just
but
a whole bunch
notice
of
the
wire
presence,
pulled
the
together,
vibration.
and there's a
Yeah.
reason for it.
oh, it's putting like a thrill through
Mhm.
my body.
Yes.
Just holding it, putting a thrill through my body, like I can
Correct.
feel my cells warp up
Yes.
and the blood flow move.
Exactly. It give you adrenaline. It link is symbiotic with you. Now, if you shoot someone with this, he say mental links.
You're-
working over
If
there,
you're,
and
if
it's-
you're
and
next
it's
to a
also
stove,
pain
are you gonna
instantly.
feel it?
You would what?
He was
So,
still
in
pain
essence, yes.
instantly.
You would feel
I mean, it's
pain.
not
Yeah.
hot heat, but it's like
Mhm.
something.
And
This
because
is
remember,
designed-
there we have three
This-
people that are experiencing.
Karma means
Right.
action.
So
The
their
word karma
energetic
came
field
from
is also
Sanskrit
being
means
affected,
action.
so it's gonna affect your
Cause and
energetic
effect.
field as well.
Right,
In the
right.
Sicilian,
Interesting.
you're gonna meet people who basically have an overgo to lower your vibration. So what you do, two things. If you reach my level, say, "Oh, Byron May, please bind, dissolve, and destroy this this negative vibration and make it into positive now for me and everyone around it." You blow. Some people say, "You know what? You need to take a lot lesson." So we take this, and the next thing you know, the person, oh, they say, "Well, we have learning lesson about pain."
Oh, we have a nice little lesson about it from a troll.
Yes.
We had somebody trolling us on video one time on one of the sessions we had, and he was shot by our
I wanna make sure.
manifested gun weapon. He called back the next day and said, "Could you hear me? Could you take this out of me?" And we were like, "No, you wait another day or two." And then after that, once we took care of him, we never heard from him again. He stayed away from us.
Exactly. Because pain exists to teach you a lesson. For example, you eat the wrong food and you get gouged. Well, what did that tell you? Don't eat that food. Respect. That's what pain does. Pain is a transformation. It's this change. If you violate pain, oh my God, my people, it will violate you instantly, and you can lose your life. And that's what pain is. Pain is the greatest teacher of all. You got to respect it.
Pain is one of the ways that our higher consciousness communicates with us.
And that is the
That's
ultimate
life,
language.
also pain.
Because once you understand pain, oh, I have pain. Well, manifest medicine. Don't eat. Find out where the pain came from. Is it emotional, mental, or is it a wrong belief, or is it a wrong food? You know, you got to find out, and the more you trace it back to its origin, you also become enlightenment. You know, and that is the secret to healing. You are always going to be healing, but you got to find out where your sickness come from.
It felt like it was also melting scar tissue in there from
Yes.
injury.
Yes.
Like I could feel it just kind of and let go, where it had been like a little ball and tight. It just kind of.
Okay, good. See, all your energy is glowing violet. Okay, this is good. This is showing there is transformation, there is movement, and this is good. Right now, everyone is feeling a lot of sensation. They're feeling it's like overwhelming present, embracing them, and they feeling high. You know, like deep, relaxed, deep high. And the beautiful is when they come out, they're gonna feel clear, mentally, emotional, and they're gonna feel all their pain, many years, whatever, just being removed, back, whatever, because they've been repaired on molecular level. And this repair, because the device set a vibration that you automatically match with it. So it creates a sacred space. It's like a human healer. It is your belief that heal you. If you believe that this device will heal you, then it shall be. If you don't believe this device, then don't use it, because it's not going to benefit you. Does that make sense? It's all coming from your own choice of attitude.
What if you don't know?
It doesn't matter. Your heart will know, because you have
No,
feeling.
I'm saying, you
You
don't
don't
have,
have
you're
conscious to know.
neutral. I go, oh, I'll try it, but I don't know if it's gonna heal me, but,
You're not supposed to know, but your
Right.
heart will know.
right.
That's why you got to test it out.
Yeah.
But you said don't try it if you don't think it's gonna work.
The one thing I said, your heart will know.
Right.
See the difference? The heart don't think. Ma'am, the heart preparation
The
will
heart
know.
knows.
No, it just know. It just know that it know because it is of God. Let's go ahead. Since you're a Christian man, let me quote something for you.
Wait, I am not a Christian man, but go ahead.
Okay.
I'm not against Christ, that's not it,
Let's-
but.
In the, let me take you to that. I'm not. You can look up Google what verse what they say. I believe
Closer
it's
to
John.
Buddhism,
Okay.
seems though you brought religion into it.
Okay.
But go ahead.
John chapter 1 was 1 to 4. In the beginning there was the Word,
The Word, and the Word was with
And the
God,
Word
and the
was-
Word is God.
and the Word became flesh.
No, the Word is God.
Yeah.
Okay. Now let's go a
And
little.
what you said is true, but that was later.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now many people in the religious
Do you know
sect.
what that means, what you just said?
Yes, I was told that I understand the principle.
What does it mean? Because
Word-
you
okay.
just picked the one thing that I happen to know a lot about. What does it mean? The
Word
word-
is
in the
about-
beginning, the Word was past tense
Mhm.
with God,
Okay.
and the Word and excuse me. In the beginning, the Word was with God,
Mm-hmm.
and the Word is God.
Okay. Now what?
So
we,
in the beginning was the Word.
okay.
Okay.
Now stepping into
Right.
the practical form. Now we know what the literature would say. Now let's apply it into practicality. What is vibration? Vibration can become light, right? And what creates vibration? Vibration is called quantum potential interference. But where does it come from? It comes from observation of
Correct.
the spirit. So in quantum physics state that the observer observed the photon and became particle. But go into the photon, it became particle by looking at it. But go into the electron, go into the proton, neutron, go deep where you see the cord, go deep where you see the string. And what is the string? Vibration. It verifies what the literature is saying. No matter what you do, it's that still go back exactly to that structure. In the beginning, there was the Word. The Word was with God. And God is
And
the
the
Word.
Word is God.
And the Word is God. But
So
also
what
the
does that
Word
mean?
became
Let me
flesh.
ask you, what does it mean?
The Word.
If the Word is God, what's the gift of God?
What
Yes.
he's saying in essence is how a vibration or energy or light becomes
In
physical.
I'm asking in practical terms.
This is it. We are
In
demonstrating.
practical terms. Well, I understand. But in practical terms, let's just pretend. for a
Okay,
moment-
let me demonstrate.
Wait, let me just finish. Let's pretend that I didn't come here, but you read in the beginning was the Word, right?
Mhm.
And you read that whole thing. And let's say I didn't know about this, right?
Okay.
Okay, just pretend.
That's
So
where-
how can that help me if I didn't know about this? How can it help me? I'm asking you.
Well, when you ask the question, that means you are beginning to be curious. Or there is a familiarity of it. Your heart recognizes it. A familiar.
Okay.
And that's why.
Look, how do you, when you talk to yourself all day long,
Mhm.
correct? In your head, you talk to yourself.
I-
No?
No.
Really?
Yeah.
Your mind is always blank.
Always blank. Okay.
Oh,
Proverbs
blank,
3:5-6.
okay.
Quote it.
Then I'll withdraw that.
Okay.
If you're blank,
Yes.
I've never met a person that is cognitive.
Okay, let me
that
help.
doesn't talk into, so you don't speak in words. You think.
Let me show you.
Yeah.
Let me
All
demonstrate.
right, go ahead.
Who wish for me to read them real quick? Demonstrate the power of awesomeness. You. Okay. I don't know this young
Okay,
lady,
sure.
but let me show you. When I look at her, I already know everything about her. Now I'm gonna break her down.
Okay.
Emotional, mental, circumstance, past, present, and future.
Okay.
When I look at this lady, I just lived through her life. And what did I find about her? She can take exactly 3 different personalities dominant. I'm going to say something that is troubling to you, but you got to overlook it. When I saw this lady, there is a green, and there is a knife on her this side. What's this left side, okay? And this is me. A green is a person who trying to find a middle ground in her life. She's trying to find the nature setting, her natural ability to know herself in that perspective. But also there is a fight. There is a disagreement between the depression wound that's always trying to pull her down, and she see it in other people. That taught her to be compassionate and not to be so narrow-hearted to people who has not at her level or not have the same experience. And also she do not like to bring people close to her unless they understand the pain she's been through, and that would take time. So she always will love or accept, a distant.
Right.
But she's not a judge, but she basically felt that she have to find herself through this pain that she have experienced in her life by watching the others. So she learned to be at peace, and she learned to be at peace with whatever the universe, life have dashed at her. But at first she was very reactive because depression and anger is very powerful emotion that will grab onto a person and not let them see themselves until they see pain and depression is a teacher that's trying to teach you one thing: be compassionate. Learn to say no. Don't always be a yes person. Be a no sometimes. That allowed, but at first she worried about saying yes because she's a person who's a heart like to give, but found out it can be taken advantage, and you gotta know a person's limit. And she learned that I gotta know my limit. I gotta be strong and say no. If I don't, I would have wanted to fall. No one will help me. I may help others, but then you know who your true friend is when you fall. You are your own true friend, because everyone else will try to distance themselves from you. And this is what I realized just looking at her. Her whole life went through me, and also the right side. There is trouble here. That means trouble that there is the color. It's not clear, meaning that has been trauma and learning lesson, and in relation to her father figure. Like for example, the male side aspect. It's not balanced the female side because it's a controlling factor of her father to trying to appreciate, but it's always get judgment from that side. Cause that's trying to become set a different standard. And she have a different gift. Her is toward more let it be, let live, but the other side, no, you gotta be this higher studying different structure, and it's not something that she can gravitate to. And therefore it's a clash of that vibrational perspective. And that's what caused her to trying to find a middle ground for her to connect with that male aspect in relationship to the father, relationship to even to a husband, or even to even the son, you know, anything related to male, to balance the yang energy with the yin has to find a creative way to balance the yang energy to help that person to see a complete life within themselves too. And that's where we are at. And the knife here represent she been hard on herself trying to find a pathway, but trying to help other people, but first she gotta first be an example for herself. And that's where the conclusion is that in this particular life predicament in this lifetime. But there is a sickness that she has to overcome. Again, the angel depression, they work together trying to bring her down so she will never understand the masculine energy because there has been traumatic experience between the father, the grandfather, and the husband, and male energy related. Not just in this life, but previous life too. So therefore, it all collaborate. So she gotta be consciously about it, and she have a choice. The choice is she can say no, and stick with it, but also be gentle, not to be abrupt, and not to ease things to bring the other aspect to be an example for the other people. If they follow, it's okay. If they not, it's okay. But she mostly have to preserve her own peace and her own mind, so she can be safe in this chaotic, energetic interaction in this lifetime, and the other lifetime pull her different direction too. But as long as she maintains this present lifetime and learn to say no, she not no as in something beyond your limit. You can say no, and you won't feel guilty about it. Just keep such. How was that?
She was smiling the whole time you were talking.
I'm too awesome because I'm operating on awesome vibration, cognitive ability. That's why telepathic meaning that you in vibrating with the person energy signature. Now she know you and you know her. She may not put into word, but she will flow with what I reflect on, what I reflect about her. If I keep my mind clear, Proverbs 3, 5, and 6. Trust in the Lord with all your heart, lead not with your own understanding. In all your way acknowledge him, he will make your path straight. And that the Bible, Proverbs 3, 5, 6, give you the structure, how to be in line with the Creator. In the Old Testament, it said, when the body died, you return back to earth. The spirit returned where? Back to God, back to the spirit.
Now we use religion as something people can relate to, but the future has done it with all religions, strictly with science. But you got to be able to explain things the way people can relate to it. Right. Where should it be more about science? Now going to being kind and learning how to say no.
Yes. Okay. Go ahead.
I'm gonna share a little something with you concerning with my own experience.
How was it?
A lot of times we're very self-critical.
Okay.
And we don't like ourselves very much. So we try so since we don't like ourselves very much, we tend to try and give love and kindness to them. Maybe we may receive love and kindness.
And a lot of.
But that also makes you a doormat. It makes another person your God and your source.
No, I mean your energy field.
I've had to learn how to take all these standards, all these images of perfection, and basically just throw them away and just love yourself anyway.
How was it?
Love your light and your dark and your shadows. Do not compare yourself to any image of perfection. Do not compare yourself to any standard of any kind. Just love yourself. That is what unconditional love is.
Good. It has begun.
When you learn that and you become your own source of love, you won't need love from somebody else. So you can actually now say, no. It becomes easier to say no. Because now you value yourself. And you will
change
draw
never start big.
Imaginary line.
Very small, like
people
one
want people to cross over. Right now, people cross over because they're our source of love. But we learn how to love ourselves properly. We can draw that line and say, "You're crossing the line. You're not valuing me. I gotta value myself."
No, it's spread.
You gotta stay over there.
It's a network.
You're welcome.
It worked through molecular structure with the atomic structure with all your spiritual etheric energy. Plus, because you start there, it's changes in you, like a little subtle change, and that's all you need. Once you get up, you're gonna feel much lighter, much better, and that's the change. 'Cause
Is there
change-
any theory or principle for this? It consists whole system of electromagnetic.
No, it don't work with electromagnetic. It work with, it set up a field of you.
Okay.
Body
Let me
field?
explain it differently. What is everything made out of?
Yes, yes, yes.
What is everything made out of?
Light.
Light. Now, light could be a particle or a wave.
There you
What
go.
causes light to go from a wave into a particle?
Frequency.
No.
No. Huh?
Consciousness.
Yes, it does.
Consciousness. A thought. Information. That's what makes light go from a wave to a particle and back to a wave. So in essence, everything that you are eating or consuming or exists is light.
Relax. You just grab
What
it.
causes to have its form or its vibration is consciousness, a thought,
Just follow
a
that
spirit.
sensation.
Okay? And that's what this works with. It's powered by consciousness, powered by a spirit. The term you might be familiar with is called a ghost in the machine. You've heard stories of dolls that have been possessed by some type of spirit, and dolls suddenly move. Even though dolls don't have any mechanism for them to move, you see the dolls
I'm
move all
going
the time.
through
You see things get activated, TV
where
come on
I
even though
want
it's
to
unplugged.
transition.
That's a ghost in the
Don't
machine.
transition yet.
Okay?
Yeah, I know.
Same thing with
That-
these
that-
these
that was the
bodies
battle.
are a
That's the
technology.
battle.
Because
Because I wanted to
If your
get,
ghost
heal
or your
my
spirit
physical,
consciously leaves, what happens to
and
the
then
body?
I'm
It's
into the
just the
higher
function.
self and my angelic.
Same
my
thing. These
angelic
devices,
beings.
they may look just like
And-
simple coiled
and
wire.
all of a
but they
sudden,
contain a consciousness
it was
that
two
assists us
two
in our healing
different
work.
sessions.
It also uses.
One was for my
have you ever heard of
body,
Bashar?
and the other
He
one I
comes
tried to
up
get
with the
into
5 rules of creation.
my spiritual
You
higher
exist.
self.
You're
was
here now.
wonderful.
You're
Yes.
one with all
And-
that is.
Wonderful.
Whatever
And now
is
you
in
see,
universe
that
comes
was
back
the
to you.
experience. That's your truth,
And
right there.
Everything changes
It's-
except rules
it's
1
beautiful.
through 4, 1
It's
through 5.
yeah, it's wonderful,
whichever one
and
you
I
use.
don't need to.
Now, if
yeah,
you're one with
I'm
all
very-
that is-
Anybody else?
He wants to.
That means
My friend Mark.
Uh-huh.
there is no
Anybody
secret
else?
information.
Want to experience
Thank you.
alien circuitry and alien structure here.
Okay,
I'll sit here. Yes.
Okay.
But why do you call this alien technology?
It's alien to people at this time because
Yeah.
it is actually technology from the future. But to us, it's, like I said, if you look at the technology,
My coat's on?
it looks like what's cold wire.
All right.
So the person looking at it,
Yeah.
from just looks at it, it's like, oh, bunch of BS. But you're
Am I supposed
seeing
to
where
hold this?
people are having
Hmm?
their
Am I
experience.
supposed to hold
But
Yes, because yes,
it looks
it's
like
your-
it's
yes,
nonsense.
Yes,
But
good.
you can do it without that,
Okay.
just by your own consciousness.
correct, as Bashar like to say, it's a permission slip.
Positions.
You can do it, but sometimes we need something that we believe in more to help
Bring
us to
your
get
awareness
there.
to your hand, and then
Okay,
you
sometimes
start
you just
to
need a
pick
little
up
help.
sensation.
Because a lot of times we
just
have
follow
a
it,
contradictory
just roll
thought.
with it.
Okay.
And then the
I'm going to
present
use a Bible
will-
verse
will communicate
that
with you.
says, if you believe and
in
do
the
not doubt in
present
your
now.
heart,
You just know.
and command a mountain to be cast into the sea, it will be cast into the sea.
Okay.
Now, if you believe in your conscious mind, and do not doubt, which is a
Come and
thought,
try it, so you can understand.
You know, I understand because I'm working with double pyramids.
Mhm.
I don't think he get it until trying to let him know this thing has an intelligence, Okay, let me explain. You're working with torsion field, pyramid, but your observation of this technology is totally 180 degree off. I'm going to tell you the truth, because this thing, it has a spirit.
It has
And-
spirit.
Yes,
Yes.
your pyramid don't have a spirit, but
So
this
that
thing does.
You don't know how it's working, because the double pyramid is also going to space and time. Because what I'm seeing you,
Mhm.
it's just the middle of life between what we are seeing and
Mhm.
the quantum field behind. And
Okay.
the pyramid structure is going through that point.
But what if I tell you I can shut your pyramid off, it don't work, and you just doesn't matter what you do, it stop working. This is what I'm trying to tell you. This technology, I can say off, and it will be off. On, it will be off. Increase, it will increase, decrease, and it will give me a feedback. You thinking of material science, I understand that, but I'm trying to teach you also this material science and there's idealistic science.
Yes.
You have to understand it too.
Me is not-
Okay? But
Okay.
if you can capture someone's soul, that means will the body work? If I take a device and I say I'm going to absorb your soul, and after that I got your soul now. So what happened to your body? That's material science. What happened to your body? Come on.
Body sickness.
You go to the hospital when someone the soul is not in the body. What do you call that?
We call it death.
Death or coma. So that's what I'm trying to teach you. In your smartphone, if someone captured its central processing system, there's no AI in there. What happened to your phone? There's no software to run anything. What happened? Don't you understand what I'm trying to tell you? You understand the materialistic shape, geometry, sacred geometry, platonic.
No.
That's this material. But this is not what make it work. It is the spirit that control this. And I capture the spirit and put it in here. And that's like a golem. Anyone know a golem?
A golem.
Yeah, golem. Yes. So this is what I'm trying to tell you. It's like many of us who come from different modality and spiritual discipline, it worked on that side. But what if I tell you I can shut all that off and it stopped working? What is your countermeasure? See?
I would think not to believe you, because if I didn't believe that you could do it, then it might not.
But
Then you wouldn't have the power to do it.
But what if I show you that I can? See, this is where, watch. I will demonstrate it. Well, I let them have to feel it, because they're in the zone. The idea is, once you control consciousness, that word again, consciousness, as quantum physics stated, the observer observed the light, it became particle. And once it stopped observing, it became back to the light. And that is the idea. So what if you control God and put God to use? Just like you put electricity to use. Your car, your technology, without electricity, fuel, it won't work. Correct? That's the life force. So you can build the structure, but if the battery don't have juice, that the spirit, which is electricity, it won't work. That's the idea I'm trying to teach you. You have a materialistic point of view, an idealistic point of view. People who are religion, we call idealistic. People who are science, the third, materialistic. They both are great. They both work together. Both of them are correct, but they will have prejudice toward each other. The one that will evolve more is the idealistic, the spiritual. For example, you will evolve to the point that you don't need to eat, sleep anymore. You become rainbow body. But who's the one that developed it first? The Tibetan monk. That able to take the understanding of quantum physics, where they observe the light to become particle and not observe them anymore, they become back to light. That's why in the Buddhist culture they say to detach. What happened when you detach like this?
You stop being the observer.
You stop being the observer. What happened when you stop observing something? The quantum potential either return back to its natural state, the quantum field. That's when you have ascension. The word ascension meaning is not something new, not something miraculous. It's not something spiritual. It is the nature of the universe, where you naturally become light, because that is where you came from, light. And light came from consciousness. Yes, sir.
Can I try?
Yes, you can.
Well, you're next. All right.
That's why I'm the smartest people on the planet, because I learned to connect one dot. Be yourself. When you be yourself and understand yourself, you're the smartest person of yourself. And that's how you be an example for others. Okay.
As I was saying earlier, everything is consciousness.
Yes.
If you believe and do not doubt in your heart, if you believe in your conscious
Yes,
mind,
they can
do
do
not doubt. Doubt is simply a thought form that contradicts. And in your heart deals with your subconscious mind.
Okay.
If your conscious mind and your subconscious mind are in agreement without any conflict or any contrary thoughts, you will move mountains.
Okay.
So that's what we're aiming for, is help you understand that since everything's created by thought, Your subconscious
Your
mind
hand.
is what controls
We have
most.
acupuncture point.
It's
You know
about
that, right?
90% of
It's-
our
we
reality.
use the hand for healing and simply just hold on to
And
that.
so that's how
your
powerful
heart
thought
chakra
is.
now, and just bring your
And
awareness to your
that's what we're
fingertips.
trying
And
to
from
teach
there,
you is how
and
we
when you start
control
become
things. We can
aware.
actually connect with our
Once you're
higher
in the aware, you're
consciousness
now in the
to
flow.
heal ourselves.
You're in the present.
Which
And you
also,
just relax.
depending on our
And you can
subconscious
start
programming, we
communicate
make
with you
ourselves
to
sick.
the present and just follow.
What
the
these
sensation.
devices help
It's
us to do
automatic.
is it gives us a permission slip, as Bashar likes to say, so that we
Yes,
can
sir.
actually perform our healing.
Another sheet available?
Right here? Okay, yes, we'll have one more. Come on. Yeah, you can use the auto dock pure.
Are we just gonna use the auto dock,
Yeah.
gentlemen?
And we have to hold the power source.
I just have a question.
Yes.
So how do you, I get the dichotomy of physical versus spiritual, whatever, etheric, electromagnetic,
Comfortable?
Bashar
Just my
calls it.
size.
Then,
I usually
if
take,
this is just a
7
permission slip,
3/4
how do you get a soul
copper
into it, or
scalp
are you just
thing.
convincing us there's soul in it because
No,
it's
So,
a permission slip?
just bring your awareness
of
to your
actually calling
fingertip.
upon the higher
Just
conscious
be
higher
aware.
beings
That's all you
and
need
have
to do.
them put a
Then
soul
you're gonna
into
start
it.
feeling
Okay, and
presence
that's what you did to these
sensation, and just
devices.
follow
Correct.
where
Okay,
it goes. Just
and
be
does the
aware.
wiring have a particular format,
It's
or
just
is it
being
just has
aware,
to be conductive?
Not being judgmental. The present will start
He's
to
the better one to ask that,
go
but
with the
if
flow.
notice there's a lot of
Everything's
spirals
all
and
right.
there's a
Peter
reason
Pan
for the
said,
spirals.
play along.
Okay.
Yeah, that's why you set the vibration. Okay.
Is there anything that you electrically measure with our instrumentation today?
Your technology cannot measure consciousness.
Right.
Except if you from the God Federation or from the people in my time, you can, but there is a way to measure it.
Okay.
You ask the experiencer themselves.
Right.
They know themselves, they know before and after. And you have to take the word on because that's the experience. The truth is you have stress, you have pain. But if something can take stress and pain and reset your genetic code and then all your cancer is completely gone, what is there to measure? When you actually go check, oh, it's gone. What happened? I'm not in pain anymore. That's the measurement. That's what we call idealistic measurement.
Sure.
As for quantum measurement, you can take the blood. The pH has been changed.
Oh, wow.
You see that? And if you see the cancer is gone, the leukemia is gone, what's there to measure? When you
Right.
take, oh, it's gone. I mean, it's gone, it's done.
If this is alien technology, what species were
Yes.
involved?
The species is called human species.
So you're saying that we're aliens here?
It is not alien. It is belong to your descendant, you from the future. I was taken to the future by people of the future when I went to Angkor Wat. They explained to me
Okay.
people travel back and forth through time,
Sure.
and they create the civilization to study history. So, Earth is basically it's an artificial planet, meaning Earth is Earth, but they built so much artificial structure like pyramid, like the Mayan pyramid. They call it artificial circuitry. So it's an artificial planet. They took a natural planet and they built circuitry, like your computer circuitry. That's what all the pyramid is. And now it become artificial. It become a computer planet. So they call it artificial planet. So with that understanding, now it's a mirror. So what are you going to do? So you go to the temple, you start feeling the vibration, you start noticing this mathematical, hyper-mathematical formula in the shape itself. Then you start to realize, for example, when I show you after the show, and I show you a sinusoid vibration, or maybe here, if you can have it. Yeah, like here. You are scientists, mind.
Yes.
What do you see that? What does that tell you? Look at the body.
What are you measuring here?
It's the structure of the angle watching on the window.
Oh, okay. Oh,
You
wow.
see that? It's
At the vertical bars.
exactly.
Yeah.
They built this 1,000 years ago, but the actual age of the temple is 265 million years ago it was built. See? You see it? Look.
Yeah.
Now, the temple look like this. They put it. Oh my goodness. See how they have it right here? You see it?
All right.
First they have vertical, but I have to invert it
Got it. Got
to
it.
make it. Now you see how.
It's aliasing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
That's
what they took me, they said the people of the future, they built this to take people from the past to educate them and bring them back to a different vibration or perspective of ourselves.
Uh-huh.
That's why they did this.
Is that why you were drawn there?
I was there to hang out and just be a fool.
That's how it happens.
Yes. Just close your eye and be
So,
aware
going
and don't
back,
think
so
on it.
everything
Just
is, in essence,
just
light
allow
information or
and
consciousness.
appreciate. and
What is
accept.
food? Light information consciousness. What is illness? Light
Don't try
information
to understand.
consciousness.
Just experience.
What is poison?
The experience is
Light
your
information
teacher.
consciousness. If you're able to change the
Sensation will be in your
consciousness,
fingertip
you
at
change
first.
the
Little,
physical structure.
the next thing you know, you don't know some
So
vibration.
that's how you're able to change
Then all of a sudden
water
you
into
feel
wine. That's how
tingling,
you change the
warm
poison into
sensation.
medicine.
That's it. You got it.
But you
Now
also
follow where it
convert
goes.
You can also change the medicine into
Be
poison.
aware where it
Or
goes.
food into poison. But in essence, everything is consciousness. What we're doing is having technology that assists us with you taking a higher consciousness and having it, putting it into a physical device so that we can benefit from it and use it for our own good.
So everything is a vibration. Electron is a vibration. Proton is vibration. Neutron is vibration. And all that before you reach that vibration, what is it? It's a chord at first. Go deeper. What is it? Vibration. If many of you who understand Pantajali Yoga Sutra, you have understand the ancient world of physics. The Pantajali Yoga Sutra state that you are one with the object. The practice of becoming one with the object. So you take an object, any object. For example, remember how we say string theory, string physics? That's why we took string and make the device. It's string. And people, we took it literally. But in Pantajali Yoga Sutra, the yogi master will start to look at the object. And now he closes his eye and he see the object in his mind. He start to study character. What is it? Start going to question analytically. Finally, he start going to a oneness trance where he been in sync with that particular vibration object in his mental mind because he quantum linked with it. And after he started going to the subterranean of the object, the proton, the neutron, it molecular element rearrangement. And then he go deeper until he finally see what vibration made the object. Then he's become one with it, becoming one, meaning his quantum entanglement with it. By touching something, you touch it, and I will demonstrate that. Many of you in here, watch this. Barame, please take everyone light body into between my hand right now. Watch.
You guys feel anything? Any sensations? You might feel a little pressure.
When you begin to do this, you notice there's some kind of changes in your awareness. This is called quantum entanglement right there. I can press more.
I'm feeling extremely relaxed.
You see that? You become aware of it. Like, hey, something is happening to me. So how many of you begin to sensate there was a changes in your awareness state when I compress this?
I noticed it. I wasn't sure if it was what you're doing.
It's very
or
subtle.
mirror neurons will do that too.
This is the idea of we are one and connected. When the universe was manifested, we all just one thought. That one become the many. So that means since we are one thought from the beginning, that means we are connected always from the entire beginning. We were never separated. By compressing this, you become awareness. Oh, someone is touching my awareness. And that was the idea of quantum entanglement, that we are one. It's subtle. The idea is not to work with something that, like that. No, everything starts with subtle, very subtle. Once you become aware of subtleness, you have raised your vibration. The idea of any spiritual, or like in idea the materialistic science, you don't go to the big thing. You go where first? To the little thing, the microscope. You go deeper and deeper to understand its substrate. Finally, you have mastered what is particle physics is. You have mastered that energy is not created nor destroyed but take on form. Now you understand there is no creator God. That the way the human think. There is no beginning or end, because if you say there's a creator God, you would just went against the law of physics, saying energy is not created. That means no beginning. It's not destroyed but take on form. That means that's existent, that's eternal. By understanding that, you are not afraid of death anymore, because you all know that you are energy and you are spirit. Therefore, people can take it how the way they want and create any idealistic the way they want. It's all fine and dandy, because still energy is taking on form. So as any of you who is a student or the teacher Bashar, rule 1, you exist, therefore you can't go to 0. Rule 2, you are here now at all time. Rule number 3, you are one with all that is. All that is one with you, therefore you lack nothing, because you are energy. You're connected to everything. Rule number 4, what you send out come back to you, meaning everything is a mirror. So if you want something, choose it or ask for it, and then the universe will respond and reflect that back to you. So like you go into the restaurant, oh, I want some pho, I want some burger. So the waiter will go into the kitchen, hey, he wants some pho, he wants some burger. Okay, they bring that to you. It's like that, it's a mirror. So the word karma means action. Does that not mean something bad or good? The universe don't care. The universe are here, it loves you so much. Whatever you ask it, it will provide. That's your job. Like you go to Amazon, the same thing. And finally, rule number 5. Everything changes except rule 1 to 4 that does not change. This 5 rule came from the energy law of conservation, that the people of the future took this law and made it into this 5 rule because they saw this is the law of physics. And particle physics run the day. So the Pantala Yoga Sutra is the ancient particle physics people. If you go to university right now, all the particle people dress like yogi master. They're very spiritual now. They talk like they're a yogi master. So there's nothing new under the sun. Everything comes from small. Then once you understand small, you understand the big. So everything is subtle. And that is the idea. Does that help? Does that bring clarity? So there's nothing new under the sun. It's just the idea, how do you see it that is practical? But we know you can't change the big thing unless you change first the small thing. If you can change that one atom, you got it. If you have bottled water, can change it into alcohol for you if you like, and show you the power of consciousness itself. And this is excellent. You're done now. How do you feel? Even at my rambling? Well, so let me see. I want you to take a walk for me, okay? Oh yeah. Oh. Oh, okay. It love your hair. I told you go get high. Did I promise? Oh, I grabbed your. I accidentally grabbed your. You know.
Here, you can take this part and pull it.
I was grabbing that hair again. Yeah, now I'm grabbing your hair. Okay. So, how do you feel?
Rushing.
Do you feel clear? How about your depression, stress, or anything? Or just go through your emotion. What it did for you? Pain on it.
Yeah, my shoulder feels a little better. My head is still a little.
Yeah, you're gonna get
still
high.
have some stuff in my head, but
Yeah, it's okay. It's set up a vibration, you can match it, and by choosing to be in heal, you are healed, because it is your belief that heal you, and the device only set a vibrational standard. You know.
yeah, I feel like energy running down my
How you
arms
feel?
and stuff.
Good. What was your? Do you feel clear? Wait, go on the way till you get out. This is how you measure things. You measure the changes not in grand quantity, but for subtle quantity. And this is where we're looking for the subtleness. It's powerful, like splitting the atom. Get up and walk. How you feel? You feel heavy, you feel clear, you feel light, you feel oozy, do you feel you can breathe now?
I would say it's very subtle if it's different.
Yes.
Maybe a little clearer.
Yes. And that's what we're just looking for. If there changes, according to rule number 5, everything changes. Except rule 1 to 4, this is with Lao Energy conservation, that energy take on form. Now what form that it has taken.
We're gonna give you an idea how powerful this is. We're just saying that everything is made of consciousness.
I think you need to eat before me.
Oh, you
That
like
means
I want to come.
each
I want to get
timeline
home.
is also a pattern of consciousness.
Yeah.
He just basically got shifted from one timeline to another, because now he's getting into a different direction, different time. It starts off subtle at first, but then it grows as time goes on.
How was it, Mark?
It was great.
What was
They-
what was your perspective?
Well, it seems like my body needed to really rest and almost fell asleep. So, that was great.
Yeah, it'll do that.
See, it is hard to put it into logical perspective
Mhm.
without concrete experience. By having a concrete experience, you can put it and word it in the way that will match your experience. Otherwise, you can talk, but there's no substance.
People of the future.
Right.
Yeah.
I understand. Well, thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you. God bless you.
Yes.
Okay.
See, you make me quote religious stuff today, but it's the same thing quoting physical.
Well, I wasn't raised as a Christian, but I believe in the teachings.
Mm-hmm.
But I actually love Buddhism. But
They yanked us.
Yeah, but you said something about people. There was another word. You used another word.
What do you think?
Future.
By all your observations, do you want to try it out?
The word you used.
No,
I didn't
but
get it.
would-
I wanted to get it. That's okay.
I'm sorry?
People
They're the ones that
future.
have all the
Yeah,
technology
yes,
and all about
yes.
that, so they're the ones that
Yeah, you too.
work with consciousness
Yeah.
constantly.
Mhm.
They're
They work with
advanced.
time that you
Yeah.
do.
Yeah.
I feel by you guys sharing
So how
the,
do you feel? Forget about that. Just how do you feel?
I feel I'm happy. That's it. Because I didn't expect anyone would show up for my speech because I'm out on the block.
I worked on you. I have my own technology. I worked on you while you were up there.
Oh, thank you.
Well, thank you. Thank you.
So, when you were in Angkor Wat,
Yes.
so the colonel explained it was the people of the future. The future,
Yes.
they were beings.
They are basically your future incarnation.
Our future,
Yeah.
it's, yeah.
They're the being of light. They are light beings. They have become transcendental.
Right.
They no longer
So,
like us.
when-
We've gone beyond the 3 dimensions.
They are
When did you notice, there must have been a point when you were Earth, you were there as a tourist, and then all of a sudden,
I went to the middle part of the temple, and then when I fell asleep, I woke up in the future, and then an android came and woke me up.
an angel?
No, an android, a robot. Yeah.
Wow.
And then he talked to my mind and said, they said, follow us.
That's good.
We have someone who can answer your question.
You can do it also.
And
Were
then
you in a meditation?
No, I just fell asleep.
He could be the
I
one
just feel
that-
tired.
Very good.
Yeah. When I
This is
sleep,
for the throat.
I woke up in the future. And it explained to me they built this.
The other way around.
You were taken to like
place.
another dimension.
The future.
Right. You weren't in this dimension.
No,
Yeah.
I was not. This, from that perspective, this is our dust to his hands. Mhm.
You know, it's all a dream. You dream here, you dream there. It's all your creation.
How long were you there?
Mhm.
How long?
32 years, 6 months. I lived their entire life. Then they asked me, "Oh, you graduated now. You have experience. You learn what we need to teach you. You have a choice to go back or remain here with them." I said, "What happened to my body?" He said, "Well, your body will not wake up, and I have to put you away." And so they said, "We cannot bring your body to this timeline because your body, biological, is not compatible with the vibration of this planet at that timeline." They asked me what I did is extract my consciousness and print me out a body, just like that.
Is this telepathic? Like, if you were to put this on, could you project it onto someone else?
You don't want to do like that
Okay.
because you don't want to play hero. They even warn against playing hero. They say people should learn to heal themselves.
No, well, I understand, but I'm saying this works on people.
Yes.
That wear it. Okay.
Yes, it would, but it might create hero mentality, and that's gonna be
Oh,
dangerous.
I see.
Because if you create mentality, what happens if someone rises, you try to put that person down, and will create a narrow heart point of view.
I see.
Because not everyone will have a positive point of view.
Okay.
Yeah.
I got it.
Because you look at all the hero movie, they put the weight on themselves, say, "I'm the one that can save you."
Like
But the-
Messiahs.
Yeah, Messiah.
Yeah,
We-
Messiah
they don't agree
Very
with
good.
that. The future is more communism, all for one and one for all. And the thing that run the future It's the principle, the rule, the law of energy conservation that run the future. So they make all the politics, their product, because people don't eat, people don't sleep, so they devote themselves to more producing. The product of the future is creativity.
But isn't that that's also now? I mean, humanity
Not
is all
like,
about.
not like the way you think. They create planets. They create star systems.
I understand.
Yeah.
They're
They're like us.
A lot of what
I
we're
mean,
doing
they're
now
creators.
Yes,
is
creator.
survival.
Yes.
Source.
We don't think like we could.
Before I go, may I
Well,
tell you
the
what I
thing
got
is
from that?
that
I'm sorry.
Before I go, may I tell you what I got from that?
Okay, go ahead.
I got it's electric. No, it's a I got the first one. Molecular biocap. Molecular biocap. It actually works off the neural pathways of the brain
Mm-hmm.
by subconsciously connected into the universal
Mhm.
conscious field of the universe, basically.
Okay,
But-
universal energy field. Okay.
Well, that's what I got. Okay. Basically, it reminds me of a really advanced brain mapping cap.
Okay. Neural interface.
Yeah, in a way.
Mhm.
But this goes beyond that in the aspect of the
Ah,
design.
Khazare. Who know about Khazare? The Russian scientist that built that thing.
Oh, yeah. And
Network of meaning Khazare. You know what exactly I mean? Yeah.
So
over 90%
that.
of our life.
So basically, it's trying to connect into the neural pathways of the brain and also consciously, or consciously connecting into the spiritual divinity of the
Okay, you
universe.
got it. You got it. In other words, it's an interface that allow you to interface with your super intelligence of the collective consciousness or the universal consciousness.
Yeah, here again, it's also that part that you were talking about. Once you become aware of what the God within you is,
Mhm.
then it transcends even beyond the physical plane.
And the idea is to create, to return you back to light. That the rainbow body, that is objective. As in the religion text, the new creation body. But this is the portal. The Tibetan did it, but a lot of hard work. This will do it instantly for you. Because we want to be lazy about this, the lazy approach. Yes, shortcut. Exactly. We want to choose a cheat code.
I found that sometimes hard work really
You
pays
see it now?
off.
You know what I'm saying?
You just bring your awareness and just follow it.
Excuse me. One other thing, sometimes I find out that hard work actually helps because then you understand the principles of what you learned.
Mm-hmm.
And without guidance,
But they don't even know
to
they
have
have the power
instantaneous
to.
knowledge
Mm-hmm.
can be more dangerous than trying to stumble your way in the dark.
That's why I said you have to let go of Messiah's mentality. Because that is dangerous.
But you know how develop our people in their own spirituality to do that.
I know what you mean.
That's
but
why
know,
you have group mind
quoted John
that we
Lewis.
walk together and watch each other.
Then you teach.
Yes, and you cannot be stronger than your weakest link.
Yeah, because this is a responsibility.
Yes, it is a responsibility. He asked, can putting on this send empty? Yes. But what happens if you send the wrong energy,
Right.
the wrong thought to the person? It can harm them. You know.
What I'm getting at is, a master told me this, right? And it was actually, it was John, okay?
You know,
An individual
this is
chap,
like
John.
creating a lot of
And
vortex
somebody would always
every
use the word
point,
try.
and that's going beyond the
He
quantum
goes, try
field.
talking. Go ahead, I'm
What
asking.
my
Try
double
talking.
pyramid is doing is creating a
You
super
got the
body
message?
as well. Because your the spirit is inside here.
Yes.
The same with my double pyramid. The spirit is inside my double pyramid.
Okay. Yeah.
We are in fact talking about the same.
Okay.
But it's the first time that I'm meeting someone
Because you're denying your own
who's making it as a device, which is interesting. So
Well, you have to, because what's the point of learning something if you can't engineer it as something to help us? It's like a spoon or dish, you know? We got to put it into practical use. Otherwise, what's the point of learning it without wisdom? Because your spirit is hungry. It wants to know more of itself. That's why we're here. So my goal is to build a planet like mini planet, you know. But that's why I did crypto now.
It brings you.
Well, not for another person, just you.
Yeah.
No, for you.
It brings you closer to the feeling of your light body.
Yes, to raise your vibration to your light body, and you become the light body, to become one with it. Yes.
I will show you something.
Yes.
Thank you. About aliens and something. I will show you something.
Oh.
Some do
Chose to go,
there are some that consciously
they go, they choose to go through that experience.
Right, exactly.
At a higher level.
Right.
Okay, thank you.
Also,
Maybe
if
they
anyone
were-
into
maybe
crypto,
they were a slave master.
you guys into crypto, we also create crypto. I create crypto for this device as well. Yeah.
It can be punishing. It can be a learning experience. But usually
This,
people go, oh, they're horrified at the way they acted. So they go, okay, that's it. I've got to make them.
Yes.
So I'm going to really show. Right, exactly.
They don't have to.
They don't have to.
In Bosnia.
That's a tough lesson.
You see the man, his arm.
It has been for me. It has been for me.
Yes.
It's not normal. You see his finger?
It says,
Yes. It's moving into a different dimension.
I know these are like military.
Yes.
And
Am I
these
correct?
are 2
Is
rings.
this, is this your
So
own?
I took this closer.
Is this your organization? It's not a country.
No, it is, we're representing the future, basically, the.
Oh, okay. Like Star Trek kind of.
Look to the
Kind of.
The super soldier program for the
You can see
future.
it physically.
Oh yeah, yes, I understand. And yes, when you build a pyramid structure, you build a doorway.
No, no, yes,
Yeah.
it's in nature. Huh?
Yes.
So you just see a rock within the picture.
Yes, I see the technology. Yes.
Technology.
Yes.
Interference.
Spelled ouch.
By the way, I have some alien
Yes.
technology. I'm actually
What
So-
do you think about that?
Oh, it's easy. Because the extraterrestrial exists in a higher thought form. So when you come to a pyramid, there's something that's familiar, that two thought, that two reality merge. The two vibrations start to merge. Yeah, merge, become one. So therefore you can walk into their world because you think like them now. And they think like you, so you can meet each other. So you vibrate the same.
So it's a portal,
As you
right?
said,
Space-time
you
portal.
can
Yes, it's
start
more like
thinking, well, if I
a
don't
Bermuda
intervene,
Triangle
and I don't
effect.
do
We
my
call it.
thing,
You
so
know,
that
the
makes
The Bermuda Triangle.
then
Yes.
all is lost.
So
And
is
that's
it
not
only
true.
on that place,
They're having their
or is
experience.
it's like a,
Yeah.
a mobile
Yeah, they can-
portal?
they can
choose-
just
yeah, they
depending
can
on my
choose
own
to
consciousness.
experience
in
it.
that
It
moment.
But it's just like
depends
this.
how you believe.
Some people think, hey,
The
if you
belief
don't,
set the
if you don't
frequencies
hold
of
on,
what
there's something
reality
wrong
where
with
you
you.
go.
Like your
So that's why you have to be careful what you say in the area, what
yes,
you
it's a
think,
tool.
because it
It's
start
a
to come
tool.
true.
Yeah.
Because you are shifting to that reality.
But what you can just go through.
Sometimes we need it.
You can.
We sometimes
It's
we
simple.
need, even though
You
we're
want to
very
go
proper
through?
beings, sometimes
Open your heart.
because of our
Open your
programming,
feelings.
we use
Once
a
you
lot
do
of
that,
power
you
against
feel
us.
you in. You start feeling the. That's why I put visions to train them to feel the
Because
vibration.
you see, that was the second
I'll show
thing.
you how to do it.
I
What's
can
great
do it
about
because
this is
I'm
it is
training myself
telepathic, and you can
that, but,
use it on another person.
There was a
I used to ask people
this one. This
permission.
one is showing,
But,
and I saw it also on the bigger picture.
I've just seen
In order
situations
to
where,
go through,
like,
I
the
need
people
to
that
be
need it the
like
most
the
are the
water,
ones that refuse to.
Oh
no, no, I don't. They're the most terrified people.
The water contains memory. Elements, air are living beings.
do
Once
this
they
with- I
are
can
around
feel-
the
I can-
pyramid,
I can
they
feel- I
have
can
more
feel I'm not
consciousness.
relaxing.
Yeah.
You can actually
I've actually
communicate
helped
with
people
them because you
in,
have a heart. Your heart will
as
interact
we-
with their
the
field.
same method we
But
use
once you
for-
open your heart and not judge, you start to see their world. And that's how.
because
But you have to
and
believe.
you are right about the single pyramid. It's like a structure,
ability
eh?
to challenge
Yeah.
by
But the double one,
inserting a human-
it's like a ball, and that ball is becoming a light ball. A light ball. When we are interacting with the physical pyramid, the physical pyramid is becoming more active in consciousness. and more
But you have to be careful how one believes inside the pyramid because that become real.
Yes.
Very real.
Yes.
That's why. So that's the reason I built out a technology. Notice it's spiral, because that's important. That's the Kazi ray. You know the Kazi ray, the Fibonacci.
What? The cover layer.
No, Kazi ray is a Russian scientist who developed the spiral device.
Yes, yes.
Yes. And he looked at nature, he looked at the ancient people did the same thing. You go to Scotland, they built the same big one.
Yes, because that's
Yeah.
what also the pyramid, it's like a
The same.
vortex, and the vortex goes down.
Yes. So
So,
the
where
people
it took
took
2
simple.
days.
Oh look. Oh,
Yes.
we built the spiral. Oh,
Do
be
2
easy.
crystal
And they
grids.
built this. And they taught
And why this?
5 seconds.
It's like a pistol. Or
Yes, it's a gun.
it's a
Watch.
gun.
I'm gonna shoot. I'm gonna shoot
And then it became
you. You want to try? Yeah, both of you.
Okay.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay, watch.
We are unarmed.
You understand what Frank was
Watch.
doing. He was not
I'm gonna
here to
bring,
say,
watch this.
bow down,
Valerie,
worship me.
bring
That
the
was not
light
his
by in
message.
front of me.
It was just the
Watch this.
opposite. It was
5,
recognize
4,
that you
3.
have the
Oh,
power
load up
to
kryptonite
help
bullet.
yourself
You get
and
both your
help
Superman.
each
Load it
other.
up. Complete.
Make
5,
They're all actually
4,
one.
3.
Right.
Safety
The
off.
thing is,
On.
Harvard's
2,
spiritual teaching is
1.
not including
Now.
Heaven and hell. Hell did not really exist.
Correct.
That was put in there.
Well, you can
when it was-
construct it in your mind if that's what you want. If that makes you happy.
Well,
then-
if heaven is within you, so is hell.
Right.
Now, when I did that,
Correct. Heaven's in your hands. That's what he said.
they would feel a
So,
subtle
You
presence
don't have to
just
be dead
touch
to
them.
experience hell
Yeah.
or heaven.
Man, they always just feel like a presence, just like nudge them a little bit. Not something physical, but like awareness.
Almost felt like a little breeze.
Yes.
A breeze.
That's it.
So
And now watch.
you actually feeling
In
a
a few
physical
more
sensation
minutes,
in
and
your
it's
hand.
about investing
My
a
hand and
minute.
my body.
They don't
Your whole
just
body?
Yeah.
that pressure
I
becomes
felt like when
so
you put my
heavy,
finger
it's
here, I
not
felt
that substance.
an additional
And
current
this
come
what the
through.
people of the future
Yeah,
realize
I could say
that
current because it sounds like
It is.
electricity,
It's
but it's an
about
energy
the
flow,
way you think,
basically.
weight.
And
What's great about this
Physical
technology,
weight
excuse me
on
for
the
interrupting, is
front
that
level.
it doesn't violate your free will.
Inner space
So
was-
it just finds out what in your
Exactly.
system you're willing to let
So
go
now,
of.
Mhm.
in
Finds
about
the
a
mathematical
minute more, they're gonna
calculation,
start feel
combination,
that-
so to
that
speak, it
irritable-
unlocks it, it goes,
the
oh,
sensation
okay,
is
you
gonna
wanna let
wait.
go of that,
It
okay,
start getting
fine.
stronger.
But if
So
it's something you're not
first
ready to
it's
let
like
go of, it
awareness.
goes, okay, we'll forget
Then you
about
start
that for
noticing-
now.
you start noticing
But
it's
when
irritating.
you
You
let
know
go
what
of
it
this,
is?
it's still
See,
working
cause
on it.
I cause and effect.
That's it, because that.
And even right now, it doesn't matter a person.
Well, one
believes
thing
this,
that's great
because
about it is
I
that
took
it-
control of the thought. I took
I was
control
really
of the
nodding off, which I
perspective.
need, cause I didn't
And I
sleep well
just
last night.
hijacked and
Okay.
repurposed it. And now, this becomes
Which last night
A
was the first time I
weapon
really
something
wanted to
you
go to
can-
sleep, and I
because
couldn't. I'm not an
change
insomniac, but
chaos,
I'm like
it
up,
will
and I'm like, hey,
change.
what can I learn? I'm that kind of guy. You know?
And that's why it
Yeah.
caused a change in.
I had a little
the
short
one
challenge
atom.
sleeping last night too.
One
I got in last night, yeah, I got in about, it was about 11 o'clock here,
What do you
but I'm
notice
from
now?
Florida, East Coast, so it was like
Oh,
2
is that
o'clock.
right?
morning.
We're in Florida.
I live near Fort Lauderdale.
Oh, okay. I have a dear friend. Her name is
See that? And how about you?
Hadassah Toyo, and she's in Boca Raton.
You know this
Okay.
west satellite for
About an hour north from where I'm at.
Oh, is that right? So it's not that far.
Yeah.
She's an extraordinary gifted.
Yes, it won't go away until I dissolve it.
She doesn't like the word psychic.
And watch,
That's
I will
what she
dissolve it.
is. She
I just
just,
wait for 2
and she
more
has her own healing method,
And
which is
this
rather
is why
profound.
is this what I
There's
began
many
to
hypnosis
do
there are
because
people
I can
because
use
what is it?
power
It's
of
consciousness.
consciousness.
And your consciousness.
Yeah.
If
Yeah.
you guys like, think about it, that means you can talk to a pen,
Right.
you can talk to a chair,
Right.
and get
I
have them
believe
respond
by
back to you.
believing or thinking,
So
you
even
are observing
illnesses,
that belief,
it's a
therefore
consciousness.
becoming physical.
So there,
What did you do before you went to
it just takes a different thought form to change
I
that
don't
one.
know what I want to
And
do. I want to try
each
to
person
join
comes with
fire
their own
and whether
methodology.
they don't take
It's
it,
what
I don't
works
take
for
it.
you because of
So
the way
I
you
just
think,
gonna
what
go
their
to
pattern
get
is.
married.
Right.
Then
Have you
I go
ever,
watch. I don't know what I was
you know
doing.
Richard
I'm
Bach
clueless.
was?
I have
Or is, I
no
shouldn't say
social
was, he's still alive.
No understanding.
I'm not-
dynamic.
no,
Richard Bach was in,
Oh, I was
it
25.
kind of dates you.
Young
You're
guy, you
probably
know,
in your
just don't understand life.
I'm not
But
50.
don't you need to be
50s, okay.
careful? Like
Well,
you were saying,
he was
I
popular,
on the people,
maybe,
because,
he was popular back in
the boundary between,
around 1970s,
Yeah, I
69,
asked it
70s,
just
came out with a book called
demonstrate the
Jonathan Livingston
principle.
Seagull.
Yeah.
And the whole theme of his writing is about what we're
that's
talking
why
about,
I'm working
is
also with
self-empowerment.
space, it's up to the person.
And
also that is
that was his
taking
first
over.
Yes,
book,
it's always
Jonathan
up to the
Livingston
person.
Seagull.
But the idea of
Second
experience
book
is to see
is
is
the
that
one I
guy
want to tell
bullshit
you
or
about.
is
It's
real or
called
not.
Illusions,
That
the
was the
Adventures
idea.
of a Reluctant
So the
Messiah.
idea is to explore. To
It's
know
a little book
yourself
this
from
big, but
your own
it's
perspective
so
of that
fascinating
person's
to read
storyline.
because
Is
what's
it real or not?
put in that book
How
is
do
so
you know?
profound.
You don't know.
And you'll
You
find
have to be
yourself
an
in it. You'll go,
and a
oh.
scientist of yourself. So that
They made a movie,
works.
but it wasn't,
And then-
it didn't really adhere to the
Do you
book.
have also
But
downstairs?
they made a movie
for
Yes,
for
I
it,
do.
and for some reason,
Now watch this.
which
Now since
I
we've been
dare
to
say, I
minutes, now
think I
watch
know
this.
why.
How do
They
you-
haven't,
what-
this,
how-
producer was
Back
supposed to
to-
make it about
back to
oh my
baseline.
God, at least
Okay.
15 years ago.
It's
But
They
anyway,
never did.
just in case.
Well, the thing that
By the
happens is
way,
there's too much of
please resolve
truth
this night ruler
that's so
and
powerful that can create a shift in
proceed
consciousness.
on violent and
That's not what they want.
body and
Well,
pain,
that's
religion,
what I think.
faith, and
However,
That's
the reason
changing though.
I need to do that
that's
for
changing rather massively.
Yeah.
in that area. And that's why.
The old structures are being torn down. That's why every country we look is going through a civil war. All the old governments, all those old governmental systems are falling because time to put in.
Because they're based on
Okay, that's fine. Thank you. I will
manipulation,
give you my
fear.
card as
They're
well.
based on the contradiction.
Okay,
of the
Belgium.
Bible.
I like that.
You know, and
You're from where?
so
I came from Texas.
I'm better than
From
you
Texas.
guys.
Yes.
Okay, I see.
But my
Or,
original
or
came from
if
Cambodia.
you wanna get ahead,
Okay,
you
from
But
gotta
I
do
live in
it this
Texas.
way.
All my life.
I actually was telling my son.
Okay, sir.
You gotta work for it instead of asking receiving.
Well, what do you think? Now we can
Asking
talk
receiving
free.
is more of a more of a thought than it is. You're
Huh?
receiving, but you're asking yourself for it. That's
Where,
what I
well,
think.
where something external like money
Yeah.
or fame or whatever you put, they put value on above the greater self, the grander
Yeah.
self.
So,
And that's what Christ was all about.
Yeah.
It's right there. Sermon on the Mount. You ever read it?
Yeah.
There it is, right there. Those things which I do, you shall do also. Yet greater things shall you do than I. Whoa, what did that mean? Ask any Christian. You say,
They'll deny that.
no, you say, well, what did he mean by that? Well, forget about that. Wait a minute, that was Christ. He wasn't a liar. I say to them, they don't believe in reincarnation.
But the original teaching was reincarnation,
Of course.
not resurrection. Reincarnation
And I say to
was
them,
removed.
you know, I say to them, and I don't want to be argumentative, but I just want them to, is there anything left? And I go, let me ask you a question.
I let you test it out.
Insert, I think it's in Sermon now, he who lives by the sword shall die by the sword. And I go, now, was.
I don't know, was there, it might have been where he cut off, the guy came and cut the sword, the guy's ear off. And he had to put the ear back on. He told, disciple, to put away the sword. So he lives by the sword.
That's where it came up, right, okay. But I say to them, wait a minute, is that really true? Is that phrase, he who lives by the sword shall die by the sword, is that really true? And I say, they look at me and they don't want to answer. I say, well, obviously it's not true. There are very horrible people that don't die in a violent way in this lifetime.
That's true, yeah.
But I said, was Christ a liar? No, he was a liar. I said, so why would he say something like that? You see what I'm saying? I go, how do you explain this? They said, well, here's how you explain it. It's very simple. We're not just given one chance. And by the way, you know, I'll ask them, is it not true that Christ will forgive anything? And they go, oh, absolutely anything. So he's all forgiven? Yes, absolutely. I go, really? He says, are you sure about that? Yeah. I said, okay. Let me ask you a question. Would you say that the archangels are on a higher level than you are? Because you go to heaven, right? This is their part. Are they on a higher level than you? They're in heaven, right? I said, so if you believe in Christ, you go to heaven. If you don't believe in Christ, you go to the other. Yeah, okay. I said, and the archangels, they're already there.
If you do that,
They don't have to worry about, so they can never lose. Once you're there, that's it, right? They go, yeah, you know where this is leading.
Yeah, Satan, he was kicked out of
Yeah,
heaven.
exactly. They don't think of this. They don't, it's like, wait a minute.
And wait a minute.
They're higher than you. Once you're there, you're safe. Nothing can change, right? And then I go, look, just that. I go, hey, what happened to, wait a minute, wasn't he God's favorite angel, which is obviously baloney because God would have no favorites, but nevertheless, I go, he was not only an archangel, but he was the highest of the archangels, correct? And he got kicked out. So where does that leave you? How can you say that you, once you get there, and they go, oh, they just don't know what to do. I'll have to talk to my pastor about that. I said, I think you should. I think you should.
How about I have had a few of those like that, like getting kicked out of heaven and so forth.
Right.
And how can the guy who hates God will torment you for eternity because you hated God?
Right. That's a really good point. Right, because you're on his side. You're like supposedly at least. Right. Good point. Very good point. Never thought of that one.
What people don't realize is that
he'd be an ally.
He would be an ally.
Not an enemy. Right.
Okay. So now here's something people don't realize.
Yeah.
Okay. God is spirit, and therefore when we worship spirit too. But if you're created in his image and likeness, then that means you're also
also a spirit being. Correct. Now, that also makes God truth, but if you believe in the lies, it'll weaken you. Much like the contradiction of the 5 rules. If you understand the 5 rules, it actually strengthens you. Right. All right. It also means this.
Well, not only understand them, and you're right, but to realize them. If
Yeah.
you realize them, then they become automatic.
Yeah. Now, let's go with the Holy Spirit. The Hebrew word for Holy Spirit is Ruach HaKodesh. Ruach.
I'm Jewish, and I didn't know that. What is it again?
Ruach HaKodesh.
Ruach HaKodesh.
Ruach, R-U-A-C-H.
Ruach HaKodesh.
Ruach HaKodesh.
HaKodesh. You are not Jewish.
I'm not Jewish.
Okay, that's good.
Now,
Yeah.
that was translated the word Holy Spirit. Ruach means it could be translated to wind or spirit. Now, I'll tell this to a friend of mine. She said, yeah, but that word, that phrase also can be translated to breath of God. And it hit me. In Genesis, didn't God blow into the nostrils of Adam and he became living soul?
Correct.
So what went into Adam's lungs? The breath of God, the Ruach HaKodesh.
Right.
So the Ruach HaKodesh, or the Holy Spirit, went into the person. That means what animates these bodies, what we truly are, is the Holy Spirit.
Correct.
So we're God.
But we are gods only over ourselves. I'm not a god over you, and you're not a god over me. You can create an illusion.
But what it says basically is that much like the blood in our
We
hands.
are gods, yes, we're absolute gods.
Okay, that blood is still connected to the blood throughout the whole body.
Right.
The spirit that's within us is still connected to the major source. So we are gods, maybe small g, but we are gods.
Correct, small g, very good.
But also, because we're still connected, God would also not condemn himself to eternity of hell either. If you think about it, because we are God, and plus, when he says bless, you said in the Bible, bless and do not curse. So how can you bless God when you turn around and curse your brother, which is created in the image of God? So you could say speak evil of is a curse, speak well of is a blessing. So speak well of a person because that person is creating his life. So God would not condemn or curse himself, or speak evil of, or even think evil of, because that includes that. So this whole so if you think about it, if God doesn't think evil of himself, or doesn't allow you to think evil of anybody, right? Because that's created in the image of God, then God would not think evil of us. So he's not going to condemn himself. Right. Knowing that what we are is himself.
Now you just said something that brings up the greater question, which is, what is your definition of God as you think of God is possibly different than mine or different than anybody else. So I'm going to ask you, what is God to you? How would you define God?
A different aspect of myself, a more whole, complete aspect of myself.
More whole. How much more?
That I don't know, because there's things that you don't know. There's things that you don't know that you don't know, and things that you know that you don't know. And so
can I give you my definition?
Go ahead.
And actually, I won't take credit for it. It came from the guy he quoted, John Zabetti was his name. Allegedly, the most beloved of the disciples, and when he channeled through a guy named Jerry Bowman, he was talking to some guy that challenged who he was. He said, look, he said, God doesn't have favorites, okay?
No.
So God didn't favor me over anybody else, okay? That's a total ludicrous statement. He pointed that out to him, but be that as it is. He said, God is all that is and all that is not.
Well, with all that is, that's part of rule. That's rule number 3. We got to understand that that includes the natural and the artificial.
Right.
The dark, the
it's
light.
Still all God.
It's still all God.
It's all God. You can't escape.
You can't escape.
You can pretend to. You can create an illusion.
Which is this reality.
See?
It's
Right.
an illusion of
Yeah, I'll
separation.
have it.
Right, exactly.
That's it.
It's an illusion. It's a reality based on the contradictions of the 5 rules.
See? That's it. See that right here.
We
Hey,
believe
I
we're
shrunk
separate
it.
from all that is, therefore we're powerless.
Each device have
Therefore
it
we're
now.
not eternal. We can die.
So-
When you get
Is it truth? No, but it's a reality. You know, there's no such thing as lack. Everything is light and information or consciousness. That's all there is.
This sign came from your word.
It's just everything is spirit. Everything is light and information. Everything is consciousness.
Right. And the light, God is light, and God is darkness. And you
Yeah.
can't. And we're in duality. See, in this dimension, separation. You
In
can't
this
have one
reality,
without the other.
exactly.
without the
In this
other.
reality, we're in duality, but duality does not really exist.
What
No.
was been
Because
given.
there's
Neither
everything's
there's
one.
time, neither there's space.
Exactly. With separation.
Have you ever read The Nature and Personal Reality by Shane Roberts?
Said that if you understand the simplicity,
Seth was a channeled spirit that came through this woman who was astonished. She was a very gifted psychic and didn't know it until 1963. But in any event, it's called The Nature of Personality, and Seth dictated a lot of material, but it goes into details about consciousness units of consciousness and how exactly do we manifest and how do we,
they take electrons,
being used to certain programs, and how we're powerless. Oh, I'm powerless over this, and we repeat that over and over. He gives some exercises that you can practice very easily. And I know Bashar this. He gives some really powerful stuff that you can utilize and then get the ball rolling, just training wheels. So you can shift, you're going from this and you're going, look, there's something over here. No, there's not, it's just over here. Wait, take a look. Oh yeah, there is.
And the thing is, it's simply that we are using that power 1,000% of the time, which is using in a way that reinforces lack and separation.
Correct.
So that's why we gotta reprogram our subconscious thinking and remove our trauma so that we can move into no, lack doesn't really exist.
Right.
Abundance.
There's an abundance of whatever you want. There's a great Twilight Zone. It's called A Nice Place to Visit. Did you ever watch the Twilight Zone?
I haven't watched it in years.
Check it out.
Years ago, black and white or the newer
No,
one?
it's black and white. No,
Okay.
Black and white. Larry by probably 1960, something like that. With some actors that you probably never heard of, like Sebastian Cabot. These were very famous guys in the day, but Larry by blind. But I promise you'll really enjoy this because I don't want to tell you too much, but it starts out with this hood, right? A small-time criminal, basically, and he just robs some store or something. And police try to stop him, and he won't turn around. He's a real bitter, angry guy, and the police finally he points a gun at the police, they shoot him and they kill him, right? I promise you, it's fantastic. People will say it's called A Nice Place to Visit. You can see it on YouTube. It's only 22 minutes long. You will love this. You'll love this because people say, "Oh, if I could just have this, and if I could just have that," and it's just a beautiful story. It really exemplifies why we're here. The real reason we're here.
Twilight Zone, a nice place.
A nice place to visit.
Bob from Lex, please increase in substance and get me down, and you have strong more heavier.
That's it, right there. I saw it on YouTube. It doesn't cost me much. I've seen it on YouTube. Or whatever you want. I don't know which kind of. Is that it? 22 minutes? It's about 22, 25 minutes.
It's still there.
Is that YouTube?
No, this is just general search.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, this is on YouTube.
Okay. Well, like I said, it's about 25 minutes long.
24.7 minutes.
How much?
24.
That's it. You got it. That's it. It's fantastic. You'll just go, oh, okay. It gives you an idea of why you came back.
Because what we do, everything watching that, the vibration, awareness, you're changing like a television. Now, watch this. Yes.
Oh no.
That's an analysis of it.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, they have the actual, without the analysis, just straight. Series.
I'll have to just look it up later.
I could probably find it. I know I saw it recently. I sent it to a lot of friends.
At first, those sensitive will experience the change. Those who not, they notice there's some kind of subtle present. That's enough. Because the mind, everyone is different. And the secret is to learning to be aware of this multi-dimensional reality existing in the now, and that's why I just did this.
How do you feel, by the way, since you
from
have that
nothing
part?
to something, and then something into useful
Little
for
clearer.
your bodily need. And that's all
Clear
good.
now. So this might be-
Photon becoming part.
Ain't that amazing how explain everything is science? It's how it has been science, but there's two science. Idealistic and materialistic, and they both work together. If you study materialistic, you will reach idealistic science. You study idealistic science, you start
This
reaching
was 39 minutes.
and they go hand in hand.
It's not 39 minutes. That's, I don't know what that is, but unless it has commercials, which is, that's almost twice as long as the actual.
Okay, it's the audio because it doesn't change, so.
Okay, so I'll find it for it.
What do you think about that?
Fascinating.
How do you feel? Do you feel a fullness?
I felt something.
That's all you need. That's enough. See? That's the idea. To feel, to experience. If you didn't feel that, there wasn't a substance. But there's substance to it. That's why you've experienced it. Even the subtleness. Because everyone had different sensitivity. Now I do have. I appreciate all of you today for coming, and I'll be on the. What floor was it? The second floor.
We're on the
We're on the second floor.
So,
We're on the first floor earlier.
for that place, right? Oh yeah, the first floor. We'll have a booth. You're welcome.
All right, you have a booth downstairs now?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll see you around.
Okay.
I'll see ya.
This was wonderful, thank you.
Hang on, Bob.
Oh, yeah. Where's the,
I think the consulting you dropped this.
Okay, I did. Okay. Thank you, everyone.